Hi everyone, this is Merly and welcome to Gardening in Kentucky YouTube channel. In this video, I will plant 360 seeds. Yes, you heard me right. 360 seeds that I'm going to start today. I have some cool season plants that I will start. I also have some tomatoes, peppers, herbs, and many others. This is a list of the plants that I'm going to start tonight, and the numbers show the number of cells that I'm going to make for each of these plants that I listed. So I will have red bell peppers, grand bell mix, banana peppers, and I will have 42 cells total for all of my peppers, and that's gonna be 3 or 4 seeds in each cell. And I will have Casper eggplant, just 1 cell with 4 seeds, Black Beauty eggplant with 5 cells for that, so times 4, that's 20, total of 48 cells for this, and this is gonna go into 1 tray. I will separate the bell peppers and eggplants from the rest of the plants because I will use a heat mat to germinate these seeds, since eggplants and bell peppers are summer plants and they will grow in a temperature of at least 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I have the other plants that I listed separately, and these plants will go into the second tray. So I'll have cherry tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, Amish paste tomatoes, San Marzano tomatoes, and I just put big tomatoes. This is a hybrid tomato that I saved from my friend's harvest. And then 34 cells for cool season plants, which includes the following: Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, pak choi, and cabbage. And then 5 cells of herbs, which includes basil, rosemary, thyme, oregano, and another type of basil. So I'll have 2 basil plants. One is the purple basil and the other one is the Genovese basil. To grow my tomatoes, cool season crops, and herbs, I will be using this little Jiffy seed starting greenhouse kit, which has 72 peat pellets. I'm going to add warm water to the tray, let the pellets grow to about 1 to 1.5 inches, and then I will plant the seeds. I also made some labels, and these labels I made from a plastic cup. So this is the plastic cup, and then with 1 plastic cup I was able to make 16 labels. This is a cheaper way to have plant labels. And then I have my warm water ready for my peat pellets. For my other tray, where I will plant peppers and eggplants, I will be using this Jiffy Natural and Organic Seed Starting Mix. It's a professional greenhouse quality mix. This seed starting mix is great for starting plants. And we have the instructions in the back of the bag. Now, I will be using this bigger cells, so it's kind of like dirty because they still have some dirt from last year. But anyway, 4 cells for this, and I will have 48 cells in this tray for planting my peppers and eggplants. My Jiffy peat pellets are ready, so now I'm going to add water onto the tray. I'll just pour it on top of the cells. This is warm water that I am using. You just have to make sure that you pour water on all of them. Okay, that looks good, and then I'm gonna wait for a little bit for these peat pellets to grow. If there's an excess water, I'm gonna drain it, and then I will start planting. After a couple of minutes, the Jiffy peat pellets look like this, so they're much bigger now, but I can tell that some of them are still growing, so I'm going to wait for a little bit for all of them to grow. Now for the meantime, I will prepare the other tray, and then I'll come back to this and show you what it looks like. My peat pellets are ready, so I'm going to start prepping this. I'll start with this one. I have a toothpick, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open the peat pellet. So it has a netting and it has a tiny opening. I'm going to put 3 to 4 seeds because some of my seeds are old, so I'm not sure if all of them will germinate. So I'll just put 3 to 4 seeds in each cell, and then whenever they grow, I'm going to thin them out by cutting the smaller seedling. Finally, I am done prepping my peat pellets. So these pellets are ready to go. I'm going to plant the seeds here in a little bit. The next thing that I'm gonna do is to prepare my seed starting mix for my peppers and my eggplants. So I showed you earlier the seed starting mix. I'm going to put some of this seed starting mix in my mixing bowl. Oops. So I have some seed starting mix in here. I'll add some more. Maybe this is enough. I'm going to add boiling water to this. Now this cooking pot in here has some boiling water in it. The purpose of using boiling water is to sterilize your seed starting mix, to make sure that no mold or any diseases will be in your starting mix. You have to be careful because it's really hot. Whenever you're starting your seeds, make sure that you pre-moisten your seed starting mix. Because if you just put a dry starting mix in your cells, it's gonna be ugly when you add water because they're gonna float in the water and your tray will get so messy. I am ready to put my seed starting mix in this cells, so I'll just line this up in the tray. These cells are a lot bigger than the peat pellets, so I shouldn't need to transfer the plants to a bigger pot. I can just let them grow in this for sale trays, and then I'm going to transfer them to my garden when they're big enough. I'm ready to plant. My cells are ready. This tray has 48 cells, and then I have created my plant labels. So I put the name of the plant, that's Grand Bell Pepper, 3/11, that is the date when I planted this. Casper eggplant, Black Beauty eggplant, banana pepper right here. So let's start planting. I'll start with a Grand Bell mix. I need 24, so 1 2 3 4 5 6, so all of this on this row should be the Grand Bell peppers. I'm going to put about 3 to 4 seeds in each cell. Now, next thing that I'm gonna do is to push the seeds down. You just want the seeds to be covered with the starting mix. You don't want the seeds to be buried deep down. Okay, so should be enough if you cover it with a starting mix. Okay, that's looking good. So I'll just continue doing this until I finish covering all of the seeds with the seed starting mix. Now you don't want to disturb the seeds, so when you water this, you will have to do bottom watering. Don't spray water on top, because that will make your seed starting mix float and your seeds will also float. I've done that mistake before and it's ugly. I have covered all of the seeds, so that's looking good. And then next I'm going to put the label. So I'm just putting one per tray. Okay, and then I'm going to continue, and I'm going to plant banana pepper and the eggplants right here. So this tray is done. We have 24 cells of bell peppers, 12 banana peppers, 6 red bell peppers. We have 1 Casper eggplant and 5 of the Black Beauty eggplant. Next thing that we will do is to plant the seeds in the peat pellets. I'm ready to plant in the peat pellets. So first of all, I'm gonna need some cherry tomatoes. So I need 2 of them. So tomato red cherry. This is the one that I need. I'll just drop a few pieces. And then I'm going to push the seeds down. And don't forget the label. I put cherry tomato 311, and I put 2 because I have 2 of them right here. I'll put it in the second one. Next is beefsteak tomatoes, and I need 6. So this is beefsteak. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in this one row right here. 1, 2, 3. I get 3, so putting 3 seeds in each pellet, and then we're going up. I dropped 4. It's okay. I'm going to thin this out, and I'm going to show you that how I do that in another video. Push the seeds in. And the label, I have to make 1. Beef steak tomato 311. I'm gonna put number 6, which means that all 6 of this are beefsteak. Okay. Next is aroma, and I'm gonna need 5. I'm going to continue planting in this tray, and then I'm gonna show you both trays when I'm done. Alright guys, I'm finally done planting the seeds. I'm gonna show you a close-up of the tray and what we have in here. So this is a 72 cell tray. We have 2 cherry tomatoes, San Marzano tomatoes, that's the Genovese basil, oregano, there's the dark opal basil, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, rosemary, thyme, and then let's look at the other side. We have beefsteak tomatoes, Amish paste tomatoes, Roma tomatoes. We have the big tomatoes, broccoli, some are broccoli, cauliflower, there are 10 of them, pechay, there are also 10. So that's what we have in this tray, and then I'm going to take you over to the other corner of the room where I put the other tray. So this is my other tray. This is the one that has peppers and eggplants. I put the tray on the floor for now because I'm not quite sure how hot the mat can be, so I'm using a heat mat. It's supposed to bring the temperature up to 70 to 85 degrees. So since this is my first time to use this heat mat, I'm still observing, and later I'm gonna check if it gets too hot or if I can transfer this to the countertop for the peppers and eggplants to germinate. I will give you an update whenever all my seeds germinate, and I'm gonna show you what they look like. I had a fun time planting my seeds in my 72 cell peat pellets tray, and also in my other tray that has the bigger cells with 48 cells. It's always so much fun to grow your own food, and I always enjoy watching the seeds grow and get transferred to the garden and then harvesting. And I'm so looking forward to a great harvest this year. I really appreciate all of you for supporting my videos. Thank you so much. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Thank you for watching and happy gardening. Bye-bye.